Whether you were throwing her a pool party in your bathtub or giving her an experimental haircut with a pair of nail scissors, you've probably played with a Barbie or two over the years. But how much do you really know about the doll who was born Barbara Millicent Roberts in the fictional town of Willows, Wisconsin? After being around for nearly half a century, Barbie definitely has a few skeletons in the closet of her dream house. It started on paper. Barbie's runway model body and rotating supply of outfits and accessories are inspired by another fashion-forward toy, paper dolls. It started when Ruth Handler, the creator of Barbie, noticed that her daughter was ignoring her baby dolls and playing with paper dolls instead, which made her realize that little girls might want to play with adult-looking dolls. That's the first part of Barbie's backstory, but when it comes to the physical inspiration, things get a little bit risque. She has an X-rated origin story. The original doll that inspired Barbie was not meant for children at all. She was actually used as a gag gift at bachelor parties. Released in Germany in 1952, Build Lily dolls were based on a character from an adult comic strip, a saucy single lady with a figure that should look familiar to anyone who's ever owned a Barbie. Handler brought 3 Lily dolls home from a vacation in Switzerland in 1956, and not long after, Barbie was born. She's got a weird family. Barbie might be a classic toy, but her household is anything but traditional. She doesn't have parents or children, although Mattel has put her in charge of a few little sisters over the years. And don't expect her to settle down with Ken either, at least not as far as their parent company is concerned.
Love your leg warmers.
Nice ass cut.
Sorry, lovebirds. Although lots of unofficial weddings between Ken and Barbie have taken place over the years, the plastic couple have never gotten the go-ahead from Mattel to tie the knot. Body issues. Barbie's body has been the source of many a controversy over the years, starting back in the 1950s when parents complained that the doll looked too mature. However, her creator was always unapologetic about this, telling the New York Times every little girl needed a doll through which to project herself into her dream of her future. If she was going to do role-playing of what she would be like when she was 16 or 17, it was a little stupid to play with a doll that had a flat chest, so I gave it beautiful breasts. But while moms of the 50s were upset that Barbie looked too much like a real woman, modern-day complaints center on how unrealistic her body is. Researchers who analyzed her anatomy determined that if Barbie were a real person, she wouldn't have enough body fat to menstruate or enough bone density to walk upright. She's gone through a breakup. On February 14, 2011, Barbie and Ken decided to give it another try and get back together, which was news to a lot of fans who had no idea they'd ever broken up in the first place. Turns out the couple had quietly called it quits in 2004.
Barbie?
No more games, Ken.
But when they'd had enough of doing their own thing, Barbie and Ken were sure to make their reconciliation official. On Facebook, most commenters were supportive of the couple's decision to give love a second chance, but at least one of them said what we were all thinking. She wrote, "Seriously, Barbie? He lacks anatomically correct male goods. Keep it solo, girlfriend." She's dressed by the hottest designers. Barbie might have been around since the 1950s, but when it comes to fashion, she's totally cutting edge. In 2012, Mattel announced a collaboration with ultra-glam designing duo The Blondes, who decked out a special edition Barbie in an outfit identical to the one Candace Swanepoel wore in their runway show 4 years earlier. Of course, Barbie isn't the only doll in the family who likes to keep it trendy. Her boyfriend Ken got his own makeover in 2017, complete with a hipster man bun. Math problems. Back in the early 1990s, Mattel got itself in hot water over an outspoken doll called Teen Talk Barbie, which came preloaded with 4 random phrases chosen from a list of 270.
I love to shop, don't you?
Unfortunately, one of those phrases was also, "Math class is tough," and groups like the American Association of University Women protested the message, saying it was damaging to the self-esteem of young girls. Not wanting to dissuade Barbie owners from potentially promising careers in mathematics, Mattel ended up removing the offending phrase and penning an apology. She might be spying on you. In 2015, Mattel launched a new doll for the digital age, Hello Barbie, who contained a microphone and Wi-Fi connection so that when children talked to her, Barbie could actually respond. There was just one problem. The recorded children's voices were going to be saved on cloud servers, raising privacy concerns, which became more like a privacy crisis when it turned out the dolls were also vulnerable to hacking. Ultimately, the issues weren't enough to stop the product from hitting shelves, and you can still get one for about $60. But if Hello Barbie starts asking for your social security number, you should definitely call the police. Thanks for watching. Click the list icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.